understanding what's going to happen, we kind of understand now, and the more you play with it, the more you will understand, is I need to understand that if these legs go around, do you armbar? If these legs come around, I have to immediately get out of there. I can't wait, or I'm going to have to fight against way too much power. If I do get caught, then I'm going to grab onto his head. I'm going to crunch him up as tight as humanly possible. Then I can either jerk my arm out here, or I can crush him and walk around his body. Try and pop it out by crushing him. All I'm doing here is totally compacting him so he doesn't have the power to work on my arm. If I were to let him out and let him over here up on his shoulder, now he's got way more power than I can deal with at this point. If you do get caught in one of these and he turns over, okay, you're in real trouble. So just go ahead and give up. Because once he's over on your arm, he has too much weight on the back of your elbow. It's not even worth fighting out of unless he just doesn't have it right. But it becomes very dangerous at that point. So be conscious of that. The other thing I can do, if I'm in the guard, I'm always going to be kind of my hips, my elbows down. The only real trouble you're in up here is that your arms get caught inside. So one way to be conscious of it is anytime he goes anywhere and move your legs, just bring your elbows in. You don't have to worry about it ever. And you can start doing your next attack. Okay, so the block for the hammer lock from the guard, it's again me maintaining a position so he really doesn't get over there. If he gets over there, I can grab my hands and break him down, all these other things. What my key is in combat, when he makes his sit up around my body, is that I immediately want to get this thing safe and then push him back down. So he can't drag that up there and do all these other things to my body where I'm powerless. So my first goal is not to let him sit up. And when I'm working combat or training and grappling, I always want to try and stop him from coming up. If he comes up in technique, that's the way it's supposed to be. But go ahead and do your sit. Watch my head, how I'm just going to move it over and sit it in front of his body so he can't get a nice clean sit. Go ahead and sit up now. So he doesn't have this power on my arm if I just stick my face in the way. Come back again. So when he makes his sit, do your sit up. I'm just going to move my head over and catch him, and I never have to worry about it. If he does catch me and I get caught up, I can always grab my hand and drive him forward and try and flatten him out. That'll take the power away from my hold. If he gets my arm and he gets it behind my back, there is still one more way to get out, albeit a little dangerous. So if he catches me, when I feel this pressure starting to come, I'm just going to hop suey out of here. Get out of the position. I'm going with whatever power he creates for me. The only problem with it is he still has your arm locked up a little bit. So if he's savvy, he will make the same movement you make and throw another attack on you, which will make you make another attack, and he'll make another attack, be counterattack. It'll just keep going on and on. Those are your three escapes, your best escapes from the hammer lock from the guard. So we're in the leg locks now. We're doing the counters for the leg locks. All of my counters for the leg locks, my main focus is immediately stop the hold and then immediately change his position. That's why I'm really in jeopardy, is he got that power position on my leg. So we'll go through the leg locks piece by piece, and we'll show you the blocks. Some of the blocks are extremely simple. You just straighten your leg. But they're very important because if you don't, then there's way too much power to come back from it. So again, timing piece and a game piece. So let me have one of your legs, We'll get this one all hooked up. So my first leg escape is from my Achilles hold. And the Achilles hold, remember, is just a bar 90 degrees underneath his Achilles, and then feet together, knees together for my attack. The way he's going to block that when he attacks is just to straighten the leg before I start my power source. So start again. As soon as I get to here and I get everything ready, straighten the leg will change all of my dynamics. It opens my position up. It opens my legs up so I don't have the power anymore to bend on that. What happens to me, once he has this block, and this is a perfectly good block, I may do my next attack. Grab onto the foot. But for him, straighten the leg is number one. Straighten your leg. And then pull the position off of you so you're not being overpowered anymore. Now, I don't have 2-on-1. I'm not twice as strong as he is anymore. Now we're equal. So we can go on to the next hold, or he can make his own attack from here. The second one, and the second counter attack as well as block for him, is straighten your leg. The way I can re-attack is I can just reach up for the tip of his power, and I can push that down into my toe hold position. And that'll give me the power to do this hold as well. His way to block this is to roll his foot back and stick it on the mat. Now I don't have power over it anymore because it's stuck on the mat. I'm going to show you that one from the other side. Your keys are always in the legs. It's the position that puts you in trouble and nothing more. The submission is absolutely secondary. So if I'm working his leg here and he straightens it out to block my Achilles hold, straighten your leg, and I break it down again, his way to block this is just to put it on the mat. Now that's as far as it'll go. So his hold is essentially blocked. I can continue doing holds unless he changes my position. So everything is block the hold, change the position. Pull my feet apart. Now we're even. Now he can do anything he wants to mine. You want to attack my leg? It's the same game over again. He's got my foot. I'm going to stick it flat on the mat, change the power, open these up, go for my own hold. Everything when you're caught in a leg lock is 50-50. He's got a leg and you got a leg until someone gets 2-on-1 or is in control, overpowers the leg. That's the way it always is. That's why majority of styles have taken out leg locks, because it's 50-50. When you get a leg, he's got a leg until someone gets a solid position. And then I'm in charge. I have position, I have control, I can do my holds. That's how your legs, they just keep flowing. Now the heel hook, again we talked about it, and we talked about it being very dangerous. So the escape is very, very, very important. If my knee turns this way, I never want to go back against my own leg. And it'll feel strange to go that way because you'll essentially be tearing your own knee out. So if you feel one of these, the first thing you want to do is try and get rid of this. So just point your toes. Just point them. Now what this does is it makes the heel, instead of a big hook, just makes it this little knob. Now that little knob is twice as hard to hook as that big heel. Make it flat. A nice heel, you can roll right around and grab it. But a little nub like that, it's difficult to hook. Difficult to grab onto. That's your first block. If I do get the heel, go ahead and point your toes and jam your foot in. That changes the lock right there. Now I have to reach back, and there's no power. That's your immediate heel hold block. So if you get caught in a heel hold, point your toes, kick it through, and then immediately pull the position open. Now you have exactly what I have, and your foot's no longer in danger. So moving on, we did this circle heel hold, and that one is just point your toe and push it. And then we did the short heel hold where I circled the toe, and I sucked it all the way in. This one, pointing the heel, is not going to help you. What you need to do is straighten your leg and then take off that way. Pull it out. So my escape, if I get caught up in here, go ahead and grab my leg, do it to me. My escape, if I get caught up in here and I have no power over that, try and get these apart, and then I'm taking off. And I'm only going which way my leg naturally goes. I'll never go against it. If there's pain, I'm never going to go back against the pain. I'm always going to go the way he's turning it, because that's the most effective way to go anyways. Let's see. Also on my heel hold, what I can do is, if someone gets me nice and solid and I feel like I'm caught, I can straighten my leg out, straighten your leg out, and pull this one inside and give myself even more pushing space. And it just strips, you're just stripping the power right out of my position. Right here, I'm fairly strong. Straightening the leg will open me up a little bit, opens my legs, takes my power away. Then if you scoot out and stick this foot inside, you can strip all the power off my foot That'll make it almost impossible for me to make that attack. Those are your counters for your heel hooks, for your Achilles hold, and your toe hold. The knee bars are a little different, but it's the same philosophy. Get rid of the position, block the immediate danger, get out of the position, go on to your next attack. First one we did was this half guard turn where I spun around here. The easy block for this one is just figure four your legs. Now, I don't have an attack here. All of this is jammed up and stuck. I may be able to pull it off and dig it out, but the real problem is this no longer works. Keep it hooked. This no longer works. His block now is to move me out of that position. So maybe that's just whoop, changing everything. Now I don't have a hold anymore. I don't have 2-on-1. I'm not on my side. I don't really have the power. That's what I want to look for. Get rid of the initial threat that immediately change the position. Most people will not sit on top like this because they're uncomfortable. But I'm very comfortable with it, and I like it. Get your figure four going. Push my hips all the way off your side. Nope, the other way, to your right. This is going to throw me right out of position so that I can't achieve what I want. What I want is power. Is right here. So the guy sits up on top of you, don't let him get to here. Push him off, keep him flat, keep his feet apart. Don't let him get that solid power position. If I do get caught in a knee bar, go ahead and turn this way, and a nice tight knee bar. If I do get caught in the knee bar, right now I am totally caught. He's completely on his side, feet together, knees together, 90 degrees. I'm in trouble. If I do get caught, I'm going to take my foot, stick it someplace that'll pry him open, and I'm going to push and pull that leg out as hard as I can while I'm going this way. Try and rip my leg out. He's overpowering it physically. 2-on-1, feet together, knees together, hips up, overpowering my leg. I'm this close to being finished. If he does, I'm going to get this pusher, and I'm going to try and spin myself out as quickly as possible. Get my body out of there, totally, for your knee bar. The other things for your knee bar, when I'm trapped up in nice and tight, as long as I get this thing past my knee, I'm no longer in danger. As long as I can see my knee, I'm no longer in any danger. So I can take this and make it a plus by going back and making an attack on him. Or if I know I'm not caught, I can just push and immediately come back into him. So I know he really doesn't have the power. A lot of your escaping the submission holds are just understanding the technique and understanding why you're in danger and why you're stuck there and being held in danger. If you could just break down the problem of why am I there, why am I caught, why is this happening, then you wouldn't have to worry so much about the hold. It's more of the position that's overpowering you. The hold is a byproduct of that position. So if you feel like you're having trouble getting out of the holds, just try getting out of the position and then work on getting out of the hold, and that'll help you a bunch. Thanks for joining me. I hope you learned a lot. We covered a lot of stuff today. Just remember your angles, your position, your power, and your breath. They'll get you through all these things. I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope this all sticks in your mind. Definitely watch it a few times. Explore the leg locks. They're a game like any other game. Don't be scared of them. Thanks again for training with me, and I'll see you next time.